Ashley, Maurice Ashley, Kasparov is just trying to win and to kill everybody around. It's maybe the reason why he's so good in chess and not that good in politics, because in politics you need to make concession, and this guy is just so it's just too much of him. Always hard. So e4, c5, or Nigel, knight c3. He's trying to get a more calm position here. Knight c6, maybe bishop c4. Okay, knight e2. Is Nigel is not too optimistic, not too optimistic start in this game. But this is good. This is probably how he has to start. Maybe just try to get the draw. So knight f6. Maybe you could play like by d4. Let's take. So he's transposing now, avoiding the knight off and all those kind of 6d6. If you guys have the name of the opening, always taking it with pleasure. So a few moves were played. So unfortunately, I would say for Nigel, this is opposite castle, and even if he proved to play some good games back. I guess there is a game resembling to that on YouTube in a rapid challenge match in London in the 90s where Nigel could win. But I feel when you're already lead at 5.5 to 1.5, going for another position like that is not the best choice. So a6 now. Slowly but surely starting the attack. King b1. So this is a cautious move that should almost always be played when you long castle king b1. A waiting move, but a good one. So Short might try to play either rook h3, rook g3, either some kind of h5, h6. So h6 played by Kasparov. He's for the moment he's not threatening. I think he's not threatening pawn takes. Can Nigel just go g4 here? Okay, he goes f4. So those were the two moves I was thinking about. So of course with pawn take g5, h pawn take g5, and the h file is opening, and this is just game over. Bishop d7. So we need to find a way through now. I'm still thinking about g4 if I'm white, with the idea maybe to play then bishop h6 and g5, just trying to go for the kill myself. So bishop f6, I don't really like this move, bishop f6. Kasparov, if they are trying to drum up publicity, it seems like a decent shot. Well, sucks that as I worked as an organizer, and I'm still organizing tournament, but just for children's now. Those guys are just asking way too much money for the result you can get, and the problem is that it's really hard to make it to earn money by sponsors, because they are really asking a lot of money to play those matches, and there are those Russian oligarch and chess lovers like Rex Sinkerfield that are ready to give the money for the show, but it's a show watched by 15,000 players that costs 15-20,000 people that costs so much money. It's like when you see when they play in the World Chess Championship, they get a few $millions to organize it, and it's like barely over 1 million people watch that. I mean, for the world tournaments, I think there are like 100,000 people watching it all over the world each day, which is like nothing. So what's the position we have here? We had queen a5 played. What's happened after knight d5? I don't know. So watching some crazy lines here on the live commentary. Yeah, so that's what played. Oh, Kasparov would not be this kind of guy. And even if he was, I mean, he could play match for free. But then anyway, it's not a business, because I mean barely over 10,000 people would watch that, so it's kind of nothing. So what's happening here for rook d8? But the position we have on the board and the positions they have over there is totally different. Yeah, so now we have the position on the board. So rook d8 is just mad by the rook is protected by the knight. Maybe Kasparov was too casual in this one. Oh, I like the fact that Gary just moves his head in a way that said I just made a blunder, or I was too optimistic. Yeah. Gary's giving a lot of tells when he plays chess. I would really love to see him as a poker player. Sorry. The computer gives knight a5, pawn e5, and bishop e5. It gives an advantage to the black pieces. So computer thinks black is better, but you can think black is better. So he's taking with the bishop. What is he doing? A lot of moves are played now. And the queen just came on e1. And this knight is pinned. So we have the moves now coming on the board. So bishop e2 take, we take on c6. And the queen is going to take either g2, either... Oh, rook d8 first. So king c1 is forced. I believe that king c1 is forced. I don't see another move. Because queen d6, anyway, the okay, you could play b3 as well. So because after king c1, yeah, queen e1 is just winning, in fact. So in fact the only move you can play is b3 and accept to play this endgame and try to get perpetual. I mean, when I say b3, it could of course be a4 as well. But I don't really like when I see this pawn on e4. Driving. It's kind of worrying. So b4 was played. Oh, queen e1. So that's a very sweet move to start with. The idea of that is after a move like queen c4, your queen cannot go to a8 for a check and come back on e4. So queen e1, queen e4, queen e1, queen takes a6. So the pawn is falling now. Queen to d2. Yeah, Nigel is going to be checkmated. He's going to get checkmated. Okay, queen takes d1 is queen takes d1 is already winning. Well, okay, goes queen b4 and take the rip off the bishop with the rook, and this is just an exchange up with a very weak king for white, and I mean, this is over. I would feel really confident here with black. Maybe just rook e5 here is yeah, rook takes e5. I mean, it's a pawn and an exchange, and Nigel would really, I guess, resign most of the time, but he lost so many games. I think he's just desperate. Maybe he's just desperate, trying to find just a draw, just one time. Probably believes just one time, please, one time. But you have just nothing. The pawn is driving. E3, E2. Yeah, this is over. Okay, it's 6.5 to 1.5. Oh, just Kasparov just running.